I have an important candy question for you. Who's eating all the black licorice? My name's Ed Herman, and I'm a lawyer with the law firm Brown & Crouppen. And during the week, I ask a lot of questions about the law. But when it's weekend, Ed, I ask a lot of questions about candy. Like, who is eating all the black licorice? Good and plenty. I mean, there's plenty in there, but it's not good. They actually used to sneak the black licorice right in Juji fruits and dots. And then all of a sudden you'd be like, what was that? Black licorice is like the only food that I've eaten at least 50 times in my life. Every single time it was by deception. And while I'm talking about Juji fruits, have any of you had this experience? Same thing happens with dots. Same thing happens with milk duds. You're eating one of these, it just gets lodged in the back of your tooth, really, but you can't get it out. What you do is you send in what we call the rescue juju. With milk duds, whichever dud actually unlodges the other duds, that's known as the stud dud. You put that back and you just hope that it somehow can grab on to the one that's stuck and unlodge it. Get it out of there. Good, now this is really lodged. It's super lodged. Now another one of these sticky ones are Swedish Fish. They're so good. It tastes like Sweden. No, it tastes like fish. No, it tastes delicious. Anybody remember these? This reminds me from the old Willy Wonka movie. Everlasting Gobstoppers. I guess in their world, everlasting is about 3 minutes. Hershey's miniatures. You'd get a bag of these. The crackles always went first. Those would be gone. Then all of a sudden you'd be like, oh, I'll have a Mr. Good Bar. They'd go next. Then you'd be left with just these two. All the Hershey's milk chocolate would vanish. And then at the very end, all you'd be left with was a bunch of Hershey's Special Darks. Ugh, what did I just eat? It's every bit as bad as I remembered. When I think of movie theater candy, Raisinets and Goobers. Now, Raisinets, you either love them or you hate them. I love Raisinets, but not the way I love Goobers. Go with the Goober. Oh, well, look at that. 47 years and I just learned how to open a thing of Goobers. Can you see this? Which one is the Goober and which one is the Raisinette? I think you're gonna be surprised to find out. This is the Goober, folks. No, it's the Raisinette. Anybody remember Circus Peanuts? They're still making these, which means that there are enough people still eating these for them to be profitable. This is insane to me. Am I alone? It tastes like chewy sugar with a hint of best candy in the world, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. The smaller they become, the harder they get to open. I mean, it's just such a production. Still worth it. Candy can make you very, very nostalgic. And there are certain candies that when I see them, make me immediately think of my mom. Whoppers, they're original malted milk balls. That seems like old people candy a little bit, doesn't it? But the other thing was Butterfinger. Every year I would go trick-or-treating on Halloween. And my mother would say, don't eat any of the candy until you get home. I have to inspect it all for needles. I just assumed they all had needles in them. Little did I know, she ate all my Butterfingers. Mounds and Almond Joy. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. The only thing that separates a Mounds from an Almond Joy is literally one solitary almond. Those cheap folks over at Mars, I think you could do more than one nut. Go get some almonds. I mean, the first bite didn't even have any almond in it. I may as well have been eating a mouse. I mean, if you want to know what Almond Joy is almond in every bite. Yeah, the Starburst. Sometimes you're lucky and it comes off in one swipe, you know? That's like a pistachio nut that opens really easily. But sometimes with Starburst, you start ripping off tiny little pieces of it, and by the time you're like, you know what? I don't even want this thing anymore. You eat it anyway. It tastes like delicious wax. Do you ever have the experience with a Jolly Rancher when you put it in between your top teeth and your bottom teeth? It's stuck, and you can't get your top teeth off of it, and you can't get your bottom teeth off of it. I'm not gonna make that mistake again. But you do the exact same thing the next time you take a Jolly Rancher. You know how a song can bring you back somewhere, you know, you remember where you were? I promise you, if you eat one of those butterscotch discs, it's gonna bring you back to wherever you were. For me, that's my grandmother's house. Plastic on the furniture. A butterscotch disc is like a time machine in a wrapper. $100,000 bars. How come you only see them on Halloween? That's a great candy bar. The whatchamacallit is one of the most delicious candy bars in the market. I don't know why it's not more popular. It makes no sense to me. Whatchamacallit. I used to love these. My brother and I, these Smarties, they call them. Do you ever make believe that they would actually make you smarter? The red Lifesaver is the good Lifesaver. If someone sees you have a pack of Lifesavers and they're like, oh, can I have a Lifesaver? Oh, sure, no problem. You look down and you had just given away one of the valuable few reds in your lifesaver thing, that was such a sick feeling. And your friend knew it too. This is like the Russian roulette of candy. Red Hots, it was like taking a shot of Fireball. If you have favorite candies and you want to tell us about them, please put them in the comments. And remember, as much as I know about candy, I actually do know a lot more about the law. So if you have a legal need, make sure to give me a call or visit our website at getbctv.com. You know, I actually think that the black licorice did not even start as candy. I think it started for like medicinal purposes.
For what?
I think it was to help you go to the bathroom. Or maybe that's just how it affects me. Well, I'll be honest with you, it's really not that bad.